Hello Vault Heads, you are watching the self-proclaimed, sarcastically named Captain KeyForge, also known as PJ Broughton of the Steel City Snufflegators. Here we are with the cut game of KOTE Series 7. I'm playing David Larke of Screech Bob-Omb, also known as Baron Von Fabulous. Those were the decks. This is a long game, so if you want to have a look, feel free to pause it there. Okay, so that was the opening hand. I've managed to get down a Lash of Broken Dreams, which is not a bad start. Then my opponent has played some shadow stuff. I've put down the Carlo Phantom and played Pawn Sacrifice before it just to gain the Amber bonus. And then David has gone for logos. Played Ultra Gravitron, which obviously archived the top 5 cards of the deck. Played an Umbra Bot. Played Effervescent Principle, which has taken away one of my Amber. He's passed the turn to me. So, I mean, there's quite a lot of logos in hand there, so not great to not use it, but equally, when there's a lab work and a phase shift, to not actually get all the benefit of all the cards is a little bit disappointing. But again, you've got to get out what you've done, so I've put down all those cards we've got there, and I've archived the Dexter just in case we can get a library access turn going a bit later. I've then passed the turn over to David. He's gone for this, and he's taken his archive into his hand. There we go, so he's put Pain Mail on Carlo Phantom, which will destroy Carlo Phantom the next time someone chooses this. He's put down the Dark Minion. He's played Implosion. Destroyed Ultra Gravitron and Ganymede Archivist. He's played Snoret. Played Stirring Grave. Archive Ultra Gravitron with Stirring Grave. And forced me to lose one with Snoret. There we go, so I've gone for Shadows. I played the Carlo Phantom. Reap with the other Carlo Phantom that was already down. Stolen one thanks to Nerve Blast. Done 2 damage to Snoret, passed the turn. Dave's gone into Shadows again. So he's played Dark Wave. Dealt 1 damage to both those Carlo Phantoms, which has got rid of them. Played Ransack, and he's discarded Dimension Door, which is not that much of a problem really. He's played Miasma Bomb, Francis the Economist, captured 1 with the Snoret, and then passed it back to me. So I've used the bait and switch for Steal 1, Poison Wave has wiped the board apart from Francis the Economist. And then I've passed the turn. I mean, check on 6, but we'll have to see if I get to forge the key. So David's played It's Coming, and then found the other half of Ultra Gravitron. One half was obviously in the archive thanks to Turing Grave. Played the Ultra Gravitron, played Umbra Bot, archive 5 of the cards again, played Bob Buckton. There was a capture icon there which is taking me off check, and then that's passed the turn back to me. So I've gone for this. I've used the Gongoozle to hit Ultra Gravitron and force a discard. I've played Gateway to this to wipe the board and Lash of Broken Dreams, just in case my opponent has anything that can use my artifacts. Or just in case I've got a key cheat. I don't think they have, but it's just good practice. So David's gone into this time. He's put down a Dark Amber Vault. Played Infernus, so that's going to make me lose 2 probably. Just deciding what he's going to get rid of there and force me to lose a 2. There we go. Pawn Sacrifice and Gongoozle, as I say, gets rid of 2 amber. Then he's played Cinder. Captured onto Infernus, played Brabble, discarded Mark of Dis, because he didn't have to have hit one of his own creatures. I've gone into logos, played Anomaly Exploiter, played the Dexter, played Wild Wormhole, which has hit Fogify. So there will be no fighting next turn for my opponent. There we go. Use the Positron Bolt. I don't really want to kill that Brabble and lose 3 on my own turn. So I'm in check again on 8. My opponent's gone into Shadows. I've played Dino Thief. And then they have destroyed Dexter, which is put it on the top of my deck. They've used the Dark Amber Vault. They've used the Dino Thief. They've played down Mutant Cutpurse, Tempting Offer. They've used my Bob-Omb to stop me forging, and then they've passed the turn back to me. So I have gone into Shadows. I've played the Bad Penny, hit the Bad Penny with Relentless Whispers to steal one. Played Bad Penny again and hit it with Relentless Whispers again. Played Bad Penny and then played down Dodger. Then played down Umbra. Got to a very strong check on 12. My opponent's already used the Effervescent Principle as well. I am likely forging a key this turn. They've gone into logos again, so maybe they've got back to it. I mean, they have been using the Ultra Gravitron a lot, played it twice so far. There we go. Play the Titan Engineer and the Q-Mex. Then they've played a Forge Compiler, which when I forge is going to allow them to ward all their creatures. It's going to be not a great situation to be in, but not a lot you can do about it. I've finally got the library access after 9 turns and how many logos cards, so that's a little bit unlucky. I mean, literally, yeah, you can play Dexter and then draw a card, but that's not ideal. I've gone into Shadows because we've got the Dodgy down, we've got the Umbra down. We've also got some in hand with a Bad Penny and the Pawn Sacrifice. So I can kill Bad Penny just to take a ward off something. Take a ward off something else as well, maybe. There we go. So that's the Pawn Sacrifice done. Put a Bad Penny down again. And that's past the turn in check for the second key. I mean, I'd expect my opponents to be able to do something about it, to be fair. But we'll see what they've got. So they've played Ransack, Stolen Amber. Discarded the top card of the deck, which was Ultra Gravitron. Played Mutant Cutpurse. Just having a look to see what else they could have in Shadows to stop me forging. They've used Dark Wave. They've returned Bad Penny to my hand, and then I'm forging my second key. Unfortunately, I don't think I've got anything to stop them from getting their next key. So I'll forge the blue key. gone into this. I've played Control the Weak, forced my opponent to pick logos, use the Lash of Broken Dreams, gateway to this, play down the Ember Imp. I mean, that was a good time to play the gateway to this because I've taken out the Brabble and I've not lost any amber from it, which is quite fortunate for me. Also as well, I'm trying to work some logos back into my hand as well to use that library access. My opponent's gone for Q-Mex, Kazap, killed his own Q-Mex. He didn't forge, obviously, because of the Library of the Damned. So I've gone into this again, played Restoring Guntus to stop my opponent from choosing shadows, put down my Library of the Damned and use the Lash of Broken Dreams to stop my opponent from forging. So yeah, I mean, I haven't taken them off check, but they're not going to be forging at 6 again. We're both playing quite disruptive, steel heavy decks. I mean, to be in turn 11 and 2 keys forged in total, it's not a lot. So yeah, my opponent's gone to this, play Mark of this. He hasn't managed to force me into a house with that. That's obviously had a tone down from Control the Weak. He's played the Snarette, which will capture one at the end of a return. He's also put down Picaroon, which is going to be nice and strong in between those 2 shadows creatures, the Mutant Cutpurse and the Dino and the Demo Thief. I've gone into this again. I've put down Dominator Bauble, I've played Snudge, I've used Library of the Damned to archive a card, and I've used the Lash of Broken Dreams to increase the key cost again. And I will say this, whatever, I've got 2 discards in hand and that much disboard out, a Dominator Bauble and a Lash and stuff like that. I kind of want to make him forge for 9 here, so I kind of want to keep pushing back into this. And if I keep getting the opportunity to push back into this by having him 2/2/2 or use 2 discards, it's worth doing just to make my opponent forge for 9 and effectively lose 3. So I'm going to keep doing that unless I get a massive hand of 1. I have got reverse time now in library access. Now obviously library access gets purged, but if I get the reverse time right, I might actually be able to reverse time, library access reverse time, and hit another couple of discards, so hit another couple of logos cards because of my discard pile, because I've got virtually nothing in there. So my opponent's gone into logos and played Q-Mex, Umbra Bot, Book Turn. It's coming to play Ultra Gravitron. So again, with that size board, and he's got the 9 now, and I've got Gateway and Arise. Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it? Wipe his board, force him to forge for 9. Bring back your disc creatures, even if it's not many. Or consider it anyway. So there we go, and there's this. Put the Dark Amber Vault back in his hand by reaping with Snudge. Force him to forge for 9. Archive. Reverse time. Use Dominator Bauble, not that there's anything to use on it. Obviously I'm going to be doing the gateway. Just absolutely got to be done with the size of that board. There we go, bye-bye board. I've discarded the Arise. I'm trying to work for the logos turn, and as well as you saw, there weren't many cards in the discard pile to use and get back with Arise anyway. But yeah, I mean, if I still had the Restoring Guntus in there, Arise into Restoring Guntus to stop my opponent from picking a specific house might have been quite good there. So my opponent's gone into this and played Implosion, put down the Dark Amber Vault again, played Infernus, Persia Horizon Gateway to this, which hasn't actually cost me any amber there. Exchange. So I've gone into logos, and as I say, with the discard the way it is, I've gone for library access reverse time. However, I thought that I could choose the way I draw the cards. As in, I play reverse time, I switch my deck and discard pile, then I draw the card from library access. And TCO doesn't let you do that. What I should have also waited before I played the Dostoevsky KOTE till after I played reverse time. I should have library accessed, then reverse timed, then played the Dostoevsky KOTE. So I think I've made a mistake there, but also as well I misunderstood it because I thought I could choose and then draw the card after I've switched the deck and discard, whereas TCO does it before you switch the deck and discard. So my library access turn there has not gone particularly well. My opponent's gone into shadows, put down Francis the Economist, put down my Bob-Omb, played Tempting Offer to put Dostoevsky KOTE back in my hand, discarded Heist Knight, so Ransack, Titan Engineer, and then pass the turn again to me. I'm still in a good place at 2 keys to 1 and 4 amber to 5, but that miasma bomb is a bit of a shame. There we go, so the pain mail's destroyed the Infernus when I've gone into this. I've put down Ember Imp, I've put down Restringuntus, I've chosen to stop them from being able to choose logos as their active house. Archived a card with Library of the Damned, just use Dominate Ball for the sense of it. Again, use the Lash, and you're supposed to key cost. I mean, there are no key cheats, but again, if you've got an artifact like that, it's good sense to get into the practice of using it in case they have key charge or something like that, because if you used it, they're going to have to get to 10 for key charge. So my David's gone into this again. He's played Gleeful Mayhem, which has got rid of the Restringuntus and the Ember Imp. Played a Dark Million and then passed it back to me. This is in check on 7. So I've done bait and switch to steal 2. Put down a Carla Phantom. Put down a Bad Penny. Got myself to check, pass the turn. I mean, he's got the Miasma Bomb. Obviously, if he goes into shadows and he hasn't got any steel, that might be his only way out. We'll have to see. But yeah, got into check again. So logos, I mean, maybe it's the FFS principle he's got. Might not want to use it on 5, but if it's the only way. So he's played Q-Makes, drawn a card. Played Forge Compiler. That's going to do nothing from now on in anyway. Discarded Dimension Door, used Effervescent Principle, discarded Ultra Gravitron, passed it back to me. So obviously lost 3 there because of the Effervescent Principle, and still unfortunately my opponent's got an auto. You can't forge unless you've got a key cheat now. So I've played a bait and switch, played Dodger, Reap with Bad Penny, Reap with Carla Phantom, pass the turn. So my opponent's used Dark Wave. Then they've well, that's Archive Q-Mex. Return Bad Penny to my hand. Played Subtle Otto. That'll make me discard a card. Dexter wasn't the end of the world. played Dino Fees. Mutant Cut Purse. Use Ransack to steal one. Passed it to me. So I've gone into this, Dominator Bauble, just for the sake of it. I mean, how unfortunate I've been with that. I haven't used that all game to get a single point of amber out of it, because my opponent's been lucky enough every time to have bonus damage just to get rid of everything. There we go, so I've gatewayed, I've played down the Snudge, I've lashed. So then Davies has gone into Logos, played down QMEX, played down Umbrabot, used its coming, so I guess Ultra Gravitron will be coming out again. Played Bot Buckton, passed it to me, so he didn't check on 6. I mean, again, the Snudge could get rid of the Dark Amber Vault or the Miasma Bomb. Getting rid of the Miasma Bomb might be a good one. At least it takes it out. He'll have to put it down and get it ready again before he can use it. And it allows me to archive a card. So yeah, read with Snudge to get rid of Miasma Bomb. Library of the Damned, archive card. Lash of Broken Dreams. Can't forge unless it's for 9. And again, if I keep drawing discards, it still could be worth pushing that library, Lash of Broken Dreams to force a forge for 9 and cost 3 amber. So my opponent's put Pain Mail onto the Snudge, so if I choose this, he's going to disappear. Play Mark of Dis to force me into this next turn. Although again, I'm not massively concerned because I'm probably going to do that anyway. Just making your opponent lose 3, it's just quite a lot to lose. They've played Stirring Grave and Archived Infernus. They've played Picaroon, played Brabble, played Cinder. I mean, if I was him, I might have put the Pain Mail onto Brabble, so that then I automatically lose 3 when it's on my turn. There you go. And I've put Brabble back in his hand. Forced him to forge for 9. Archived another card. I mean, again, the way I've drawn 2 and 2 each time, it's not like I've been lucky with draw, and when I've been chained, I've been drawing into 3 and 4. It's always been 2-2-1, 2-2-2, 2-2-1, 2-2-2. So, yeah, struggling to build back up to the 6, but my opponent's forged 2 keys now, and they've forged them both at 9, so that's quite costly. So here comes the Infernus. Let's see what we're going to lose. So I got rid of Bait and Switch and Gateway to this. Not lost any amber. Pass the turn to me. I'm going into Logos. Drawn the Archive. Played Fogify to stop him fighting on the next turn. Played Lab Work, so I can archive a card. There we go. Play Ganymede Archivist. Play another Ganymede Archivist. Play Dostor Escatera. And now my opponent won't be able to fight them off next turn either. They will have to actually use cards to get rid of them. Use an anomaly exploiter to destroy a damaged creature. Declare check on 7. I mean, the thing is about this, he might have the effervescent principle again. He might have capture. So he's used Bob-Omb, which has drawn Ultra Graviton, which couldn't be played. He's played Q-Mex. He's Reap with Umbrabot. Used Umbrabot to discard High Snipe. I mean, the Bob-Omb into Ultra Graviton's a little bit unlucky. He's played a Titan Engineer, which is probably going to increase key cost to 7. Yeah, there we go. Discarded Kazap. Discarded the other half Ultra Gravitron. And at the end of the turn, the Snurret captured one from me, taking me off check. So the Snurret or the Titan Engineer there, whichever one of those cards you want to look at it, has won the game. You needed both of them to stop me winning the game there. As you can see, the Snurret is power 6. So it is a little bit tricky to get rid of. So I'm deciding here whether I go into Logos, Phase Shift, Control a week, or go into Shadows for a bit of steel. And I've gone into Shadows for a bit of steel. Don't want to play Poison Wave because I will kill Rabble and lose 3. That is not ideal, even though I'll gain 1. Although maybe I should have done, because I would have got 2 back from Snurret if I kill Snurret, using the Bad Penny and the Pawn Sacrifice. So I put down the Bad Penny. I've now got a Relentless Whispers target, so I can gain 1 and steal 1. Yeah, although I've done it to Q-Mex, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, the Pawn Sacrifice, even with the Poison Wave, wouldn't have got rid of the Snurret. Also wouldn't have got rid of the Titan Engineer. So yeah, I mean, you Pawn Sacrifice Bad Penny. Put him down again, but my opponent is automatically going to take 1 away from me, which is 8, so they need to find a way of taking 2 from me. If they can take 2 from me, the Snurret's going to take another 1 and stop me forging. So, I mean, that turn there, would it have been better to go this and go into Control a week and force them to pick something? Or would it have been better to use the Shadows that I did? I'm not sure about that. I think the Shadows was the best shout, because then if I went into Logos, I would have Phase Shift and Control a week. But as it turned out, on the next turn I've got Restoring Guntus and Control a week and Ember Imp, and obviously things like Dominator Bauble, Library Dam, Lash of Broken Dreams. So as well, with the Titan Engineer being down and my opponent forging at 7 because of him, Library of Dam will push the cost up to 10. So I would have thought that my opponent would have done well to get to 10. But they've managed to get Dimension Door out, and they've just got me. They've got me down to 6. I mean, they've put Bad Penny back in my hand. thanks to tempting offer, which has put me on 7, but the Snufflegator is going to put me on 6. So I think that dimension door has won it for them, because, as I was saying, I can push them up to 10, but I can't push them up to 10 and then push it to 11. So that right there, that play, that's the game. Unfortunately, just not quite enough creature control at the right time. So many turns, my opponents just had it by one, just one every time. One from Snufflegator takes me off. Titan Engineer takes me off because it's 7 and I got down to 6. You know, so many times my opponents just had enough. Just that one every single time. So yeah, my opponent's got this one. Sorry it's been such a long video. As I was playing it, I was like thinking, do you know what? Do me for 3 keys in one turn, because nobody's going to want to watch a 30-minute video. So if you've actually got this far, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the game. I did enjoy the game. Like I say, I think I possibly made a mistake on the reverse time, but I do think in real life, with the library access and reverse time, I could choose to do them in the order that's best for me. So I think that may have made a little bit of a difference. But other than that, I don't think that. Well, I mean, again, maybe if I'd gone logos, I certainly would have got into check and control the weak. I could have forced him into a different house, so he wouldn't have been able to use dimension door if I'd say picked dis or shadows. But if I'd gone for dis, he'd definitely been able to get one off me, because he could have gone killed the Brabble by fighting, I expect. Yeah, it's a tough one there, but yeah, that was it. That was my game. Also, as a team, we lost, because we lost 2-1. But there we go. So that's KOTE over. Thanks for watching. So feel free to like and subscribe. I love comments and criticism, so please feel free to leave those. I'll hope to see you next time. But until then, may the forge be with you.